Hey, hi everyone. This is Shoaib, and welcome to the CKA assignments that we are working on. Today, we'll be covering assignment number 2 for the module of storage, and here we'll be looking into dynamic provisioning. Okay, so here is the assignment. A development team wants to move away from manually provisioned storage. Your task is to set up a storage class backed by a local provisioner. Allow the Kubernetes to dynamically provision a persistent volume and attach the storage to a running pod. Okay. So for this, we'll be using Rancher IO and local path provisioner. Okay, this will be creating a couple of Kubernetes resources for you so that we can so that it will be creating volumes for us automatically. Okay. So without wasting time, let's quickly move ahead. We are having a Kubernetes cluster with us from Code Cloud Playground, and we are going to use that. Right now, as we can see, these are the namespaces and these are the nodes. So we have one master, two worker nodes. So let's quickly start. We'll copy this particular line for creating the provisioner. Paste it here. Okay. As you can see, it creates namespace, service account. It will be creating a role binding, cluster role binding, a deployment for the provisioner, storage class, and a config map. Okay. So we don't need to check each and one of them, but it will be working for us. So let's create a namespace first, as requested here. Okay, get namespace. Sorry, not get namespace, create namespace. Namespace is created. Then we are looking to create a storage class. Now let's refer to the Kubernetes documentation for storage classes. Storage class. Make sure while you are searching in the results, do not go outside from the Kubernetes documentations to any other thing. Okay. So right now we are looking for this storage class. Let's have a look at something good here. Hmm, what is this? No provisioner. For this, we'll be using our provisioner. Volume binding mode is looks good, but let's see something else. Tuning not valid for us. Mount options, provisioner, storage class objects, kind, metadata, provisioner, reclaim policy, mount options, binding mode. I guess last one would be the best one for us. So we can see, okay, let's copy this one. There are some things that we need to change. So first of all, we'll go back here. We do vim sc.yaml, okay, and we'll paste it here. And just for you guys to check, we can add some numbers also, so line numbers. We don't need it, but we can try it. So enter the command mode, then you mention set, and then you mention number. Okay, this will be adding line numbers. You can add it to your Vim RC file also beforehand, so that it will work for you. Now the volume binding mode, let's see what we have here. Yeah, we have to wait for first consumer. Reclaim policy needs to be added, and the provisioner needs to be added here. Okay, so we'll do one by one. Name is local dynamic. Insert mode. Okay, that's there. Wait for first consumer means it won't directly create the binding. It will wait for the first pod who is going to request the for the volume. Okay. So let's first add a reclaim policy. Where is that? Yeah. So we can find reclaim policy from here. Yeah. You can either use this or you can use the cube explain command. I'll show you both. So one day I'll add it here. So let's say if you want to understand where does the reclaim policy go, does it go inside here like this, or is there any kind of spacing required, which is basically does it falls under different field? We can always check from k explain command. K explain sc. Okay. So let's look for your reclaim policy. Okay. So it's at the outermost level. Okay. And reclaim policy delete means is that if the volume bind is removed, the volume would be deleted. So let's go here. So this is correct, and we'll add delete. delete. Okay, local dynamic is right. This is not right. So we'll add our provisioner, which is a rancher provisioner. This one, local path. We paste it here. All looks good. And I need to check one thing. I need to check if the storage class is namespace or cluster scope. So K, is it explain or is it K API resources? Let's see. Yeah, that is the one. And you can see here, this mentions storage classes. And if it is namespaced, it's not. Okay. It says it's false. So it's going to be a cluster scope object. So I won't be adding mentioning any namespace. So we'll save this file. Okay, apply -f sc.yaml. Okay, great, created. Okay, get sc. Okay. See, local dynamic is something that we created. Okay, and I guess local path was something which was already created by the by the provisioner when we downloaded that, which is I guess something here, this one. Okay, but we are going to create our own. Okay, so let's move to the next task. This one looks fine. Then we need to create a volume claim. This should be quick. We did it last time in the assignment one also. So PVC. Where is claim? Volume claims. This one looks right. We don't need storage. We just need it here. Okay, all looks good. Vim pvc.yaml. I will paste everything. So the things that I don't need a volume mode. What I'll do is that I'll click on escape to enter into the command mode of Visual of Vim editor, and I will just mention letter D 2 times. So it deletes the line. Now let's see what else is required. The name should be dynamic PVC. Okay, we'll go up. I'll enter the insert mode again. We'll go back, paste it. This is a namespace object. So we will create a namespace. It is nf02. Read write is once. Okay. And you need to know, you need to understand what all these access modes mean. Okay, so read write once, read write many, etc. So the requested resource here is 100 megabytes. I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. Storage class is local. What was that? Oh, I can find it here. Yeah, local dynamic. So we'll use it. Dynamic. Okay, all looks good to me. Okay, apply -f pvc. Okay. Namespace ns1 not found. My bad. Why did I mention ns1? Changed. Applied. Right. PVC is here. So PVC is here. SC is here. It's saying pending. Okay. Let's see why it's showing pending. Okay. So we can select this. Okay. Describe PVC. Name of the PVC. Name NS02. It says waiting for the first consumer, which makes sense. Why? Because we have mentioned the mode as wait for the first consumer. So this is a good thing to observe. And let's also see that if any PV is created. Okay. Remember, PV is not namespaced, so it is a cluster scoped object. So we have to look at in the entire cluster. We don't see any, and this is something to note because once the pod is created, we might see the PV here. Okay. Let's have a look at different work. Now it's a fun time deploying a pod. Okay, so we'll do one thing. We have two methods. Either we can use this. In the assignment one, I showed you how to use the imperative way to create a YAML. Okay. Now let's see if we can reuse something from here. Okay. We'll definitely reuse this. So we'll go here, vim pod.yaml, enter. Okay. I'll go into command mode, delete, not needed. Ports are not needed for us. Image is something we need to change. It has to be busybox that we are going to use. So yeah, busybox. We'll name container as busybox. In the exam, you need to check what name they have provided. Otherwise, you won't be scored for that. This is busybox. Oh, my bad. I have to check my own names right. So pod name is this. Name namespace is NF02. There are some other things to add. Okay. Let's see. So we need command. Okay. Remember, whenever you forget these things, always use the explain command. It will be much helpful. 3600 to sleep for 1 hour so that we can do anything what we want in the container. Command is done. Volume name, volume path, PVC. So I have did it last time, so I guess I remember, but I'll try. So command volume mounts go inside the container. And if I'm not wrong, volume mounts is an array. Okay. So volume mounts will be taking two things. Name of the volume. I'll confirm it once more. So name of the volume. What is the name that we are going to create? Dynamic storage. Okay. And then it takes the mount path. I guess that's the name. Mount path slash data. We can always confirm. So static dot spot with this, spot with that. No. Volumes. Volumes. Show me there. Yeah. Volume mounts is an array name mount path. And that is how you mention the volume. We won't be using config map here. So what was the path? Slash data. Okay. So mount path is ready. Now we need to create a one. We need to define a volume here. Remember, volume go into the pod specification, not within the custom within the containers. So this has to go here. Volume is again an array, so plural, and we need to create. I have to create, yeah, like this. And if you create volume, it will be definitely asking you for name. So the name of the volume that we mentioned is dynamic storage. Okay. And then we need to, I guess, mention volume claim name, something like that. We can always check from explain. Okay. Explain pod dot volumes. Okay, sorry, my bad. Specification and then volumes. Yeah. So we are looking for, we have secret, not needed at this point. This is what we need. So I've copied that. We'll paste it here. Okay, it's a block. So you need to come down and then we need to mention it again here. Dot volume claims. So it will tell you it needs claim name, and that is the only thing that we're going to give. By the way, yeah, yeah, we will do. So claim name. Remember, this is not an array, so no hyphens needed. And then the claim name is dynamic PVC. After the wall shall you check the PVC status again, what changed and why. We look good. says that k apply hyphen s mod.yaml. Oh, great. So k get ev evc pod sc hyphen n and s02. I guess this is not allowed. Yeah. So it says the volume is bound. So very good. Storage class mentions local dynamic, which is great. Claim is dynamic PVC, great. PVC is also set to bound. Okay, previously it was in pending state because it found a consumer. And this is the local dynamic storage class, 100 MI capacity, 100 MI all allocated. Dynamic pod is running. We'll check it. And this is the dynamic storage class. So we'll go here. Okay, exec hyphen IP. Um, Name of the pod, namespace and then 02 hyphen hyphen slash bin slash sh. So we go to cd data. Okay, we have something like this here. So we go back, validate the dynamic provisioning. Once the pod is running, confirm that the persistent volume was automatically created by the provisioner, which is the case. Then write the string dynamic test to a file called output.txt inside slash data. So we do this output.txt. Okay, so vim output.txt. Yeah, sorry, it's the vi editor, not vim there. Okay, we paste it, close it. Yeah, done. Verify you can read it back. So cat output.txt. Good. There's something else that we can also check. So k get po hyphen o wide. Uh, it shows it's allocated to node 1. So SSH to node 1. Okay. Now let's have a look at what was the mount path that we. Okay. I guess we can't see it from there. We'll check later. And just to make it even, I'll do one thing. I'll delete it. I'll delete the pod and we'll check that if it's still there or not. So, oh yeah, one by the way, it should not be there because the policy was delete. Okay. So k delete hyphen s pod.yaml with a force namespace is in a 02. Okay. K get from hyphen n is 02 all gone. Let's have a look at the PVC NFC volume. We can still see here. Let's understand the reclaim policy first. So except on this node. So it says that delete means the volume will be deleted from Kubernetes on release from its claim. It is released from its claim. Yes, is bound. So what happens if you delete the PVC then? You can try. You delete hyphen S, you can see your triangle. Let's try. Deleted the namespace. So I deleted the PVC. Oh, great. Volume is gone. So one correction here. Deleting the pod won't cause the deletion of the volume. Deleting of the PVC will cause it to release the claim. Okay, and that's how it will be getting deleted. So yeah, I guess we have covered all the topics. Delete the pod and the PVC. Check whether dynamically provision PV still exists. Explain the behavior based on the ATM policies at on the storage class. So we covered the bonus challenge also. Okay, and I believe that is all. Thank you so much. Bye.